This is Jeff Makinen at DRF Sports. Today I will be analyzing the Monday night game for this week between two NFC North Division rivals, the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings, which will take place at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time at TCF Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. I'll be utilizing the DRF Sports matchup tool, which is included in your DRF Sports subscription, along with a weekly PDF sports forum, which is a tip sheet packed with everything you need to win this football season, including power ratings, line movements, and our expert handicapper picks. And at the end of this video, I will be sharing with you who our handicappers select in this game. It is a consensus pick. Log in today at sports.drf.com or click on the sports logo here in the upper right-hand corner at www.drf.com to get started today for just $5. Looking at this game, the Vikings open up as a 4.5 point favorite. The line has moved in their favor to Vikings by 6. The over-under currently sits at 46. It has dropped from 46.5. In our game simulator, both estimates favor the Vikings. Estimate number 1 calls for a 29-20 victory. Estimate number 2 is 28-22. Both of those have a slight lean on the over. The power line is Vikings minus 12, which is strong enough to give an edge star on Minnesota in this matchup. Looking at the statistics of these two teams, and Minnesota, despite the 10-4 record as opposed to Green Bay's 11-3, does appear to be the better team here. They have the superior point differential, plus 8.5 points per game versus just plus 3.4 for Green Bay. Yards per play and total yards, Green Bay is negative on the season despite their 11-3 record. That's 337 yards gained, 371 allowed, 5.7 and 6.1 per play. Despite that, Green Bay still sits at 11-3. Minnesota, plus 34 yards per game, plus 0.7 yards per play. So the Vikings definitely appear to be the better team on paper here. Into our betting angles, there are a couple interesting ones here. There is a system, and usually when you have a team that has been winning later in the season, you tend to get these contrarian systems that appear to bet against them. That is the case here. Bet against road underdogs or pick. Hot team after having won 8 or more of the last 10 with a winning record on the season. Again, with a winning record on the season, 8 or more of the last 10 pretty much guarantees that that will be the case. But focus here on winning 8 or more of the last 10, and they are a road underdog. You are to bet against them. That's 40-16 over the last 10 seasons. So strong system here favoring the Vikings. Green Bay also just 3-11 against the spread after covering the spread over the last 2 seasons. So they have not been able to string together spread covers over the last 2 years. In fact, the average score in those games is a loss of 19-26. There are a couple nice ones here that favor the under. One here specifically, Mike Zimmer, as coach of the Vikings, has gone under the total at home versus the NFC North 14 of 16 times. And the average score there is just 20-16. So those games are quite low. Those scores are quite low. And you can see that is strong enough to generate a 4-star under trend in that game. Looking at our betting action here, the Vikings are getting 58% of the wagers. Over is generating 69%. There is a key injury of note here. The star running back of the Vikings, Dalvin Cook, is downgraded to doubtful with a shoulder injury. In addition, his backup, Alexander Madison, is questionable with an ankle injury. This leaves undrafted second-year running back Mike Boone as the feature back for Monday night's matchup. Into the team statistics, a couple things that are of interest here. The Vikings a perfect 6-0 at home. They've really been getting it done at TCF Bank Stadium. Their average win here is a 28-14 victory. So a 2-touchdown on average victory for the Vikings at home this season. Green Bay is perfect 4-0 versus the NFC North. Now, where that comes into play is technically this is not a must-win for Green Bay, despite just a one-game lead over the Vikings. They did defeat the Vikings earlier this season, 21-16. That, along with the edge in divisional record, gives them a cushion here. So they really do not even need to win this game to secure the division. However, it would help them in terms of seeding in the NFC playoff picture. Overall, our handicappers in the sports forum do like the Vikings to cover this spread minus the 6 points, in keeping with their excellent performance at home. I don't see any reason to disagree with them here. I think it might be tough given the fact that the Cook injury could limit the Vikings offense somewhat, and Green Bay has not been in a role as an underdog too often this season. Best of luck on Monday Night Football. This is Jeff Makinen at DRF Sports, Twitter handle at SportsDBExpert. Talk to you soon.